Heartiest welcome to Global Talk Show by Business Power Academy, Netherlands. And today, from the beautiful country, United Kingdom, we have another amazing, great personality, none other than Marc Jarrett. Welcome, Marc, to our show. It's a great privilege and honor for me to host you.
The honor is mine. Warm greetings from the still just United Kingdom.
Great. And without any pause or delay, because our global audience are so excited to know about you, your journey, because you are a global networker across 500 WhatsApp group, and everybody's so amazed what it is all about. So, Marc, kindly enlighten your great, inspiring journey with everyone.
Sure. Where do you want me to begin?
Yeah, please tell something about your great, inspiring journey, about your past great one, how you just started, anything what you would like to say.
Okay, so I was born in Wellington City, which is about just north of London, about 45 minutes north of London. And then I spent my formative years there. And then we moved to Suffolk, which is in East England. Unfortunately, my parents split up when I was 7 years old. And my mother loved alcohol more than she loved me. So my father raised me. And then I spent my teenage years commuting, if you like, between the UK and Germany. She went back to Germany, where she came from. So I'm half German. I speak it fluently. I learned German by listening to it. So my spoken German is pretty good, but my written German ist eine Katastrophe. Is not so good. I went to 13 different schools. They were all state schools, apart from the last one, which was a public school, which is probably the most oxymoronic term in the English language, because a public school is a fee-paying school. It's a private school. And that school, the last school I went to, was a private school, and it taught me how to speak properly and write properly. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and I didn't go to university because I got distracted by wine, women, and song. And then, so I started my career in banking, and there was a gentleman there in the bank. It's Barclays Bank International, and his name was Peter Pike, and his job was social secretary. His job was to make sure the staff were happy and, you know, organize skiing trips and whatnot. I was the unofficial social secretary. I was the guy making, organizing after work drink ups and the social butterfly. I wasn't interested in working. I was a hopeless employee. You know, I didn't really want to work. I just wanted to party, and I did hard. Anyway, then I spent. Then there was in 1987 there was something called Big Bang, where the financial services industry got deregulated, and I became a futures broker. Back in the days when greed was good, yeah. So it was all about money. You've seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street, have you?
Marc, the way you narrated your life journey, I will say only one thing. When till now, whatever you have explained to us, this is really awesome. And when you said you wanted to party, you never wanted to work. But see, Today, I am talking to the world's best global networker who is having thousands of groups, thousands of connections, and thousands of networking.
Yes,
Because I do believe
yes.
business works on proper networkings and your connections. And if you have a great connections, if you have a great visibility, you can soar high. So this is really amazing. And anything what you would like to add in your great inspiring journey? Anything else?
So I've been connecting people all my life. I just enjoy connecting human beings. It's just that now I'm doing it professionally. I'm doing it for a living. And yeah, at the end of the day, business boils down to two things, and that's people and trust. Trust is the key word here. So I've created and curated this incredible ecosystem full of thought leaders and entrepreneurs, and I've created an environment where they feel safe to engage with one another, and then the business comes later. And I'm all about relationship building. And at the end of the day, life is all about relationships, relationships with our partner, our friends, our family, and with human beings in general. And one thing that both my parents had, my father was an incredible inventor and he solved a mystery. He was a detective as well. And my mother was a gorgeous au pair for him. And one thing that they both had, my parents, they both would speak to strangers, young or old, black or white, rich or poor. They didn't give a damn, and nor do I. I just love engaging with people, and I'm now using WhatsApp as my mechanism to connect these amazing human beings. And yeah, it's taken me 4 years to build this ecosystem. But I recently teamed up with a Singaporean startup called NAS.io, NAS.io, and they've helped me bring order, structure, and value into what I've created. And I'm now asking people to make a small investment of £9.90 to be in my WhatsApp group ecosystem. And for that, they can be in as many WhatsApp groups as they like. If you go to virtualpowernetworking.com, you'll see all the information there, and that's where people can join up.
Amazing. This is really great, Mark. When I see you, I mean, I am also in your group and I see daily you will post great stuffs along with your members, and it's awesome. And may you soar high, may you shine high, which you are doing already. But one question is popping up in my mind, Mark. In your life journey, when you are soaring high at such a great height of success, what kind of challenges you had faced in your life and how did you overcome those challenges? Is there any some challenges you had faced that really knocked you down, and what did you do at that time?
Yeah, so one man commits suicide in the UK every 2 hours. That's 84 men a week take their own life. And I almost became one of them. Why? Because men are hardwired to provide. Yeah. And I ran out of money a few years ago. For the first time in my life, I'm actually doing something that's congruent with my values. But when I was a greedy futures broker and worked in telecoms, I made a lot of money, but something didn't feel right. And now I'm doing something that feels right, but I wasn't making money for a long time, and I ran out of money, and I felt very, very low, and I was in a very dark place. Much better now. And it's a good job I didn't take my own life, because it would have destroyed the life of my son, of my wife, and ultimately it's a selfish act. And my groups are changing people's lives. Totally. A lot of people met in the pandemic virtually in my WhatsApp groups during the pandemic, and then they started sharing photographs of them meeting in person. And it's very valuable knowing that, you know, I manifested those human connections. It's beautiful.
This is great, Mark. And I do truly believe this pandemic, when we say it's a boon or a bane, it totally depends how we are taking this pandemic. So many people got frustrated, got, very much secluded in their home, packed in their home. And so many people did wonders. They made great connections, they made great networking, and they did fabulous business, successful business. And I know few of them. And in that, Mark, I see you also over there, where you made successful connections, successful WhatsApp group, and you are making, changing, transforming so many millions of lives today. So I heartily congratulate to you the way you took your challenges, because there is a line, either challenge can break you or make you. So we should choose whichever we want to do in our life. Whatever we want to do, that exactly depends on our soul, what we want to do. Tears or happiness, the choice is yours. Success or failure, the choice is yours. So choose high, move high, and soar high. Well,
Exactly. My
awesome journey.
ethos, yeah,
Yeah,
my ethos is open, random, and supportive. So it's the antithesis of corporate thinking, which is quite closed and secretive. So I encourage people to share their triumphs, obviously, but also their trauma, like I've just shared with you. I like to keep things authentic and real. And I'm finding that people that do experience trauma in their life, and by the way, I don't include losing your parents, even though that is traumatic, it's inevitable. Yeah. But people that experience massive trauma in their life often come out stronger for it. Pressure creates diamonds. And I've got countless examples of people like that. And for example, in the Powerful Women, you're in the Powerful Women group, aren't you?
exactly. I'm talking about that group only, powerful women group. Exactly.
Okay, well, there's a lady in there called Jo Berry,
Yeah.
and she has become friends with the man who murdered her father. They have met over 300 times. And so she demonstrates the power of forgiveness.
Exactly. So I must say,
Incredible
Mark,
network. Absolutely incredible network. I'm in
exactly.
awe of my network. They're incredible.
And the most important thing, Mark, in life, we need to forgive people, we need to forgive our past. And this is a continuous life journey where we have to move on, because when we stop, we are dead. And when we are moving, we are fighting with the life, we are striving with our challenges. And the most important word is challenges, rather than we are focusing on problems. And there is always, you can say, law of attraction. If you attract positivity, positivity will knock to your door. And if you attract
Mm.
negativity, negative vibes will come to your door. So it's all about our choices, how we choose to be happy or sad. This is all about our inner soul. So hats off to you, Mark, for creating this beautiful journey of networking, global connections, and moving to this lovely journey. Mark, now I would love to know about your work. What are your plans? What are your mission? What is your vision?
So I spent most of my career in telecoms. I was first to market with logos and ringtones back in the day when every other person had a Nokia phone. It only worked with Nokia, but back then Nokia had 50% market share. And I made that was phenomenal. It was crazy. It was very successful. And then about 11 years ago, I launched the world's first celebrity chat line. where people could call and speak to celebrities. If you go to YouTube and search for Dial a Star, that was me. The idea was to raise money for good causes, but unfortunately the celebrities kept all the money, but at least I tried. And of course, WhatsApp is a telecoms product, so I'm sticking to my roots. It's just that I'm now using this technology to connect people. My plan is to be able to connect anyone with anyone. That's my plan.
This is great.
And virtualpowernetworking.com is scalable. Yeah. So far, 150 people have signed up. I've only just launched it, but my goal is 1,000, and that will afford me a good monthly income. But it's scalable, so it could be like in a few years, who knows, could be several thousand in there. And it's wonderful what I've created.
Exactly.
And by the way, the pandemic did me a favor, because if you go to my YouTube, my LinkedIn, and look at my articles, you'll see that I wrote an article in 2018 called The Wonderful World of Virtual Networking. Back then, no one really took me that seriously. But when the pandemic came, it became the only way to network. But I love virtual networking because it saves a lot of time, money, and carbon. But the best thing about virtual networking is it's global. So if you go to a real world networking event in, say, Berlin, you're only going to meet people from the Berlin region. Whereas in a WhatsApp group, you're going to meet people, and you already have, from all over the world: Asia Pacific, Australasia, Europe, North America. The world is our oyster. It's wonderful.
That's true, Mark. And the best global networking we can see today, we all are in different parts of the world, but still we are connected in the form of talk shows, in the form of global networking or global conferences. And don't you think so? In my opinion, this pandemic really proved to be a boon for so many people. Trust me, Mark, I know few of the people who really did wonders with the help of virtual networking, and they are still doing awesome work. So the thing is, we should always focus the positive part of the life, a positive part of any situation. And any situation, if we see, has two points: positive, negative. And again, it's our choice to choose positive or negative, and what we become, that totally depends on us. We always blame, sometimes to our destiny, sometimes to the time, sometimes to the people. But
Mhm.
what I say, Mark, it totally depends on us, what we choose. And whatever we are choosing, that becomes our future. So nobody to be blamed. It's always about your success and your failure, which we choose in the life. So this is great. And I heartiest congratulating you, Mark, for your global networking, the hard work, the dedication, and the perseverance which I see in your life. And so many people today who will watch this video later on, they are going to get a lot of inspiration from your life, and they can say, yes, pandemic is a boon. And that's the real example is Mark Jarrett. So awesome one, fantastic and fantabulous one, Mark. Well, before we say goodbye to our global audience, Mark, everybody's waiting for your powerful message. So kindly lighten everyone.
Sure. So networking remains an inherent part of the human condition. We are all hardwired to network and grow our tribes. But the key to networking is it's not about you, it's about them. If you take an interest in other people, they will reciprocate. Networking is like opening a bank account. You cannot make a withdrawal until you've made a deposit. It's about serving others, and I'm here to serve you, madam. Do you understand?
Exactly. I do believe. And there we can say, yes, if we talk about digitalization, the world is digitalization. The world is about global connections. The world is about networkings. And if we are talking about online business management, then I think if you people, my global audience, if you are thinking to create your own online business management, so you can contact Mark Jarrett, you can join his WhatsApp group, and he will take your journey from a single person to a global networkers. So thank you so
By
much,
the way,
Mark. Yeah,
no problem. The reason I chose WhatsApp is
yeah.
it's so ubiquitous. There are 2 billion reasons why people should use network to virtually network, because that's how many people use WhatsApp. I mean, in India, it's 97%
Exactly.
of people use WhatsApp. Ironically, the one country that doesn't use WhatsApp so much is the United States of America. Only 1 in 5 people use it there, but more and more are beginning to. But here in Europe and elsewhere, it's pretty much everyone uses it.
This is really nice. And yes, virtual networking, I can say the virtual networking king is sitting over here and he is going to guide us, everyone in future. So once again, I request all the global audience kindly connect with Mark and please do join his WhatsApp group. It is going to be fruitful, and that's the thing I can say to you. So thank you, Mark,
Thank you
for
very
coming
much.
to our show.
So,
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the way,
sure.
the best way to connect with me is on
Yeah,
WhatsApp. So
yeah,
yeah, go to virtualpowernetworking.com and then there's a contact section and there you can ping me a message on WhatsApp. Love
sure.
to meet you.
Sure. So kindly connect with Mark. You can find him on WhatsApp. You can find him on Facebook and of course on LinkedIn too. So thank you so much, Mark, for coming to our show and glorifying this global talk show with your wisdom, with your knowledge, and with, of course, networking too. Thank you so much.
Boom. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my global audience, for loving us, cheering us, inspiring us. Keep doing that. Stay happy. Hail and Nati. Bye bye for now.